Hey everybody, it's Missy Wolf, and I am here with Tim Russ. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Are you enjoying all of your fall weather and media day?
As a matter of fact, I am. I'm
That's
outside in my backyard as we speak. Yes.
I love that. Okay, so let's talk Star Trek and your upcoming Creation Entertainment Star Trek Con. How
Yes.
excited are you to participate and reconnect with some cast members and fans?
Well, it certainly is. It's always a kick to be able to see my castmates and also some of the actors from the other series projects as well. And I've seen many of them over the years, back and forth at different shows. Also, the fans are consistent in their enthusiasm and their excitement and loyalty for my character and for the show, which is always rewarding. And to be able to in Chicago be able to play with my band, to do a gig with my band there as well. That very much looking forward to.
Oh, I love that so much. And more and more recently, you're seeing more artists that are actually doing both the acting and the bands, and they're pursuing both, kind of in a similar amount of time in a similar way. And I love seeing that for so many people. There is so much talent out there. It's great. Do you prefer one over the other?
Well, I do like the music because it's live.
Yeah,
So if it's a matter between, if it's between, shooting single camera dramas and playing music, oh no, music is always going to be more exciting. It's in the
absolutely.
moment and it's live, no question about that. And I've been doing it for what has it been, 50 years almost.
That's,
Um,
that's
so
fantastic.
yeah.
And do you have, I talk to artists all the time that have specific venues that they absolutely just hands down look forward to. Is there a venue for you that's like that, that you just, it's your home, it's your favorite place to play?
Yeah, well, I've got a place that I sort of have a residency at, which is called the Kibitz Room. It's on Fairfax in Los Angeles, and I play there once or twice a month,
Okay.
and have been playing there for years. It's not the best, technically not the best venue, but
Hmm.
it is just it's like a home base for me, and it's close to where I live, and
Okay.
there's a lot of regulars that go there and stuff. So it's kind of cool. That's a place that I'm so familiar with and have been playing at for such a long time. There have been other venues that I've played at that were, a lot bigger and,
Hmm.
with better equipment, better sound, better this, better that, here and there. But those are just once in a while. The Kibitz
Yeah.
Room is probably the place I played at. It has been the place I played at the most.
Which is really cool. And you have, I know you have a ton of diehard fans. Do you see the crossover in fans between seeing them at conventions and then seeing them at your shows?
It depends because most of the fans that I end up performing to are at the conventions.
Hmm.
For example, Chicago, we just played in New Jersey not long ago. We played in Vegas. We played on the cruise ship
Hmm.
not long ago for the Trek cruises. So it depends on whether you've got, just a big, huge load of fans that are there for you. If I'm playing in town, there's every once in a while a handful of fans will come by and
Yeah.
they'll be there for the performance. It's not the same as playing at a convention or on a cruise with
Right.
a lot of Trek fans that are focused there. Yeah.
It's exciting though, because learning how your fans are and what they, a lot of times they'll make their plans, their travel plans, and when they know that you're going to be in town, it's like a bonus for them to be able to, see you perform with your band in LA, or wherever you're playing in those cities. I think it's really fun because, as somebody who likes to travel and go do things, I'm always looking for, hey, what's playing in town while I'm here, so that's always
Oh
really
yeah.
exciting too, to have those extra opportunities. So thank you for being so good to your fans, and being so reachable to them. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I post everything on my website, and all the gigs are listed there. The conventions are listed there. The gigs are
Hmm.
there. Everything is there. So you only have to type my name into Google, and the website it'll be in the first page. And then I also post everything on Facebook, so people can find out what I'm doing. My band is listed on Facebook as well.
That's fantastic. And remind fans right now, what's the name of your band?
Name of the band is Tim Russ Crew, Crew, Tim Russ Crew.
All right.
And that is on Facebook. And my list, all of my gigs are listed there.
I love that. Now, you were an or not army, you were a military kid, right? Your dad was in the Air Force?
Yes.
How was that experience for you? Because I've known several people who the feelings are mixed on what it's like growing up as a military child having to move all the time. Did you have to experience that where you moved all the time as well?
Oh, yeah. Every 2 years, we
Mm-hmm.
had to move. And consequently, it turns out that a lot of, we call military brats, like myself, end up going into entertainment, um, some form of it. That is fairly common.
Yeah.
Um, it's a nomadic lifestyle, and entertainment is also nomadic. It's a
Right.
nomadic lifestyle in terms of, when the work comes and when it doesn't come, and you don't know when it's going to be there next, and anything can happen, and it's that's what it was like growing up. We'd move someplace, um, and then 2 years later we're taken off, and also the people that you get to know as your friends growing
Mm-hmm.
up, they would leave or you would leave. And so you would get to know them, you would spend all this time with them, you get close to them, and then they would be gone. And when you're
Right.
doing a project, it's the same thing. If you're doing a play or you're doing a TV show or a project, you work with these people very closely
Mm-hmm.
for it could be months or years. And then when it's over, everybody goes their separate ways. And that's what happens, even within entertainment. So it's the
Right.
same sort of thing, that insecurity about your career, or what's going to happen next in your career, or am I going to be working next month or whatever. You
Right.
just don't know, and that nomadic sort of feeling in terms of your life is very similar to working with entertainment. It's a restless sort of feeling.
Yeah, I've never actually really thought about it, the similarities between the two, but you're absolutely right. And I mean,
Yeah.
when you see reunion shows, you see the cast emotional because they haven't seen some of these people in so long. Sometimes they've worked with them on other projects or whatever, but like I never really thought about that. So you're absolutely right. And there are a lot of military brats, like you said, that have gone into entertainment, but I never put two and two together like that. Thank you for enlightening me because
Yeah.
that really does make so much sense. Why they're so good at it. Why
Yeah.
they're able to just pick up and travel and go, leave their family, come back. I mean, it's the life that they're used to, so that does make so much sense.
100%. I can more than one occasion I can recall, on a Friday, getting a call that I had to take off. I booked the role and I've got to leave on Sunday, and I've got to leave on Sunday for 7 weeks.
Oh
I'm be
gosh.
working on a location for 7 weeks, and the
Yeah.
call came in on Friday or Saturday, and a day and a half, 2 days later, you're out of there. That's what had happened. Literally happened to me a couple of times. When those
Wow.
gigs come in, all of a sudden you got to pick up everything you're doing, and your whole life shifts. And
Yeah.
that is exactly what we were doing as in the Air Force. My dad would come home and said, "We're moving to, or we're moving overseas, in a
Right.
month or so," and then we were gone, and it was that quick. So that happens, literally happens often, as far as this kind of work goes.
Yeah, well, I mean, thank God you have an understanding family, you know? Um, like that's got to be a tough life for everybody involved,
Yes,
but
it is.
kudos to
Yes,
you
it
for
is.
making it work. And I mean, you got to spend some time in Turkey too. And was that I mean, is that were you old enough to remember that time of your childhood or was did that happen when you were a lot younger?
Oh no, I was in high school
Oh,
when I
okay.
was in Turkey, so I was certainly old enough to be over there, and old enough to get in trouble, because I was just a rowdy teen. So that was a blast. It was an absolute blast. As a matter of fact, those are the people that I remember the most in
Mm,
terms of my high school years, because we were old enough to form those bonds, and I was
yeah.
old enough to remember all the stuff we did, and it was crazy. It was a crazy time, being over there, and hanging out with those guys. We weren't even on a base. We lived in the city because the base was closed. So we were in the city. We had an apartment building we lived in. Our schools was a converted tobacco warehouse that they had converted
Wow.
into a school. So, I mean, it was amazing, and all of us are in the same boat. All
Yeah.
of us are living the same life, and so there is a bond that is extraordinary,
Right.
that you create with people in that environment, because you know because it's so, again, mobile, and it's so nomadic in that
Yeah.
lifestyle. And I remember I played music over there. I was in a band over there. Played music in a big, huge 7-piece band. I was traveling and doing gigs. I was playing sports. I was doing all that stuff. I remember all of it. It was really amazing and poignant to look
Yeah.
back on. Just beautiful. Yeah, yeah,
That's so fantastic to be able to have those memories. Most people don't have those types of memories. Just the everyday
yeah,
person who does not, just, oh, I spent some time in high school in Turkey and did this and did that. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? How
yeah.
awesome. How awesome is that experience? I love that. Now, do you have some projects coming up? I know your Star City Murders movie came out last year, and that
Yep.
seemed like a pretty intense role.
Yes, it was. That was very cool. That came out, and I just finished directing the second season of a web series called 12-Sided Die.
Ooh.
It's right now, the producer is rolling it on the festival circuit. We just won first prize in a festival in Texas. It is a series with 11-minute episodes. They're run it to so short
Mhm.
form, and it's about a group of friends who play D&D games,
Oh, wow.
um, and it's about all the sort of hijinks and things that goes on between them and playing the game. Plus, there's a love story that's wrapped into it as well. And this is the second season I shot for Curtis Fortier, who is the lead actor and producer and writer of the piece. So that should be out. I have it on my website listed, and so as to I'll update it as to when it will be available for people to watch.
Oh, okay.
He's going to be dealing with that right now, is where it's going to be shown, or it's going to be
Right.
sitting for people to catch, and I'll keep everybody updated on it. But that's what it's about. So it's very cool. It's very funny, a lot of humor in it, and very poignant sort of love story. It's really cool.
Well, that sounds amazing. And okay, the world could use a lot of funny right now. So thank you for that.
Yes.
We need all the laughter we can get around here. So
Every bit of laughter we can possibly muster. Yes,
yes, and
100%.
yes, and smiles and all that. So everybody who's listening to this right now, if you have not been to a Creation Entertainment Star Trek convention, you need to go. I know you're having one in Chicago coming up in a couple of weeks. So
Yes.
yes, we got to get the fans out there to Chicago for the Star Trek convention. Do you have anything else you'd like to tell your fans? Because I know we're running out of time, and I want to make sure that if you have anything you want to say to them, they that you get to.
Nope, that's the most recent project that
Okay.
I've worked on. I've got other things that are on the that I'm working with producers on, but those are only in development. They are not taking off anywhere just yet. So
Okay.
it's just that project is actually done and is actually going to be out there fairly soon. So
We're just waiting
that
on the
one is
release.
probably the most important. It's and it's again, it's short form, and that seems to be the way things are going these days.
Yes.
So hopefully it'll be out soon enough. Curtis keeps me updated all the time on that stuff, and lets me know what's happening with it. So it's great. But he's doing the festival circuit right now. He's got it in about 3 or 4 festivals, I think, nationwide. So
Okay.
he'll do that, garner some exposure with that, and then he'll put it up somewhere. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Well, fans, stay tuned because as soon as he knows, you'll know. But we gotta
absolutely.
let you go. I know. I'm sorry. I could probably talk to you and ask you a million questions, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today. And enjoy the convention coming up. And we will talk to you guys
Yep,
soon.
you got it. Take care.
You too. Bye bye.